What Cirque du Soleil is for me is the company that is always trying to innovate, trying to be ahead of the trends. We really think about what we're building, for what, for who, and anticipate any problems that come out of that. Cirque doesn't move away from a challenge. My name is Omar Corona Lopez, originally from Mexico. I am an acrobatic fabricator. We build the nets on the shows, a lot of the custom harness. We also do the straps. Acrobatic straps are a piece of webbing covered with fabric, which the artists use to do a number. It could be something from their head, from their arms, from their legs. Seems like something very simple to make, but there's always a craft to it. It's all about allowing the artist to perform intuitively. We start with the raw materials. We have the suede and we have the webbing, and those need to combine and become something that's comfortable, that's safe, and that it's fun to use for the artist. Our straps that we build at the shop, they're brake tested around 5,700 pounds. We can't afford to do mistakes. Somebody's life is on the line. Craft's an extension of me. I look at stuff and I try to figure out how it's working, you know? I'm looking at this camera or that camera and trying to see, what is he doing? At very young, I got out of trouble by staying inside and taking video cassettes and TVs apart and figuring out how they work. When I started at the fabrication, the way we built the straps was you take the size of material you need, and then you fold, you glue, you refold, and then you stitch. But right away, I was like, oh, this is not a very productive thing. There must be something that we can have custom made for this application, and it'll save us a lot of time. We were able to find an old gentleman that used to have a binder shop. He was retired, but he very gladly made us 2 binders. Very simple, very basic, but very useful. It was magic. So slowly but surely it took shape, taking something that was maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Now, every week we make a pair of straps. Whenever I craft something, I like things to be done well, and it has to look nice at the end too. We could slap on a regular tag on the straps, just a little piece of fabric there that we can write on. We decided to do them in leather, just to have that little extra spark on it. And when I make them, I tend to do a little crown on the tag, because my last name is Corona, which means crown in Spanish. They're like kids, you know, you make them, you throw them into the world and see what happens, right? But in this case, we know what's gonna happen, they're not gonna break.
Lexus borrows a few Japanese ideas about craft. Here's one. Please read it out loud.
Omotenashi, the Japanese approach to service that quietly anticipates what guests need before they ask, where every need is seamlessly catered for. I like it. It's very nice. I'll make some t-shirts. Omotenashi. A craft is something you made that now is a part of somebody else's life. Sitting in the audience and watching the artist spinning that fast, that high, and he lands, it makes me proud, it makes me happy, and relieved at the same time. Because we know we did our job. We got the crowd pumped, so together we created something incredible on stage.